Greetings, family. Empress D on my night walk as usual. I hope everybody is well and is getting out in nature, honestly. You know what? Maybe it's not for everyone. But maybe it's not for you, but at least give it a try, right? Anyway, family, what I wanted to talk today about is I know in a video recently I spoke about the 5 ways that I use to evaluate how I'm doing in life. So I'm trying to get towards the light, family, but also strategically be far away so that the mosquitoes and bugs don't come to me. Anyway, the 5 ways that I encourage, the way that I evaluate how I'm doing. They are finances. I look at my finances. I look at my relationships. That's all relationships, professional and business. I look at my mental stimulation, so I'm cognizant of learning. I think we should try to learn every day. I also try to and make sure that I exercise my body a prescribed amount of times a week. And the 5th thing that I do and measure myself at daily, or work towards daily, or put attention and time towards daily, is my spiritual practice, right? So family, that's what's up, and that's the way that I encourage everybody to evaluate themselves. Now, that sometimes when things aren't going right with ourselves in a certain area, like for example, for me, it's finances. Right now, my finances do not reflect they're not where they're supposed to be, family. And so I have to take an earnest look at what I'm doing and how I'm contributing to that, or how I can affect that, and so on and so forth, right? That's just an example of how I evaluate myself. And I do everything that I can in my power every day to without selling my soul. And that's the important part, family. And selling your soul is not literally signing with blood. It's anytime you're doing something that you know you're not supposed to be doing. For example, I know that most people's reaction when being in my situation, where my career that I went to school forever for and that's all I really kind of know, and what I really felt good at and called to do, was snatched away from me. Most people, I guess, if that happens to them, they would just dive into doing some other type of work just to gain money. But in doing that, one would have to look at what doing that work that you're not meant to be doing, what that effect will have on one's mental health, right? And so for me, I cannot do anything that doesn't sit right with my soul. And that's just what it is, and that's how I measure things. And so that's, to me, what it is in terms of selling your soul. If you do something in order to gain money that goes against what your heart tells you, I hate to say it, right? But that's what I think it is, right? And we have to really protect our soul on this planet. Those that rule it really do everything in their power to crush it. And sorry about the airplane, family. But at any rate, the truth of the matter is, we gotta show up for ourselves, family, and that's all it is. And the only way to show up for ourselves is to evaluate ourselves and do things to show up better for ourselves and improve ourselves, and make sure that those 5 areas of our life, we're content with where we're at, right? And so, even, trust me, you just keep going, and eventually things will be where they need to be. And that's my attitude. And I've learned that you got to be patient. It's not on our timing when we want it to happen. It's on God's timing, and it's on our Creator's timing, because the Creator sees the bigger picture way more than we can see it. And so it's never going to be on our timing, right? And so that's what's up, family. Um, if we're not happy with where we are at in our finances or in our relationships or in our physique, our body, or in our mental capacity, how we feel about ourselves in terms of our learning and how sharp we feel and how with it we feel. I hear a lot of people complaining of being brain fog and a lot of memory loss and stuff like that, right? There's ways to fix that. We just got to exercise our brain. And then lastly, our spiritual practice. We should be looking at ourselves in the mirror every day, family, and saying, hey, are we attending to those 5 areas of our life? And if not, where can we improve and what can we do, right? That's just my 2 cents, family. You don't have to do nothing you don't want to do. If you don't want to look at yourself and do and self-reflect and change in a the mosquitoes and do and elevate, you don't have to. It's your choice, it's your journey, right? That's what it is. We all have free will. This is the park, family. I've been seeing fireflies like for the first time in my life. Let me see if we can catch them, family. Yeah, and I have them on video, like actual fireflies. And these ones are more like lightning bugs, where they like do like lightning. They're so amazing. Let's see if I can see some tonight, family, because every night when I look for them, they're here. But if not, family, that's what's up, I guess. Oh, there's one right there. Let's see. Can you see it? I'm hoping, family. I'm hoping you can see it because it's back there. I saw one right away. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this message, family. I really love and I value each and every one of you. And honestly, I'm honestly sending love to everybody, because this place, every day is some kind of confusion, right? So sending you love. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this message, family. I love and I value each and every one of you. One love.